Greetings, original, woke, sci-fi Aquarius. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and tarot card reader, and now I'm going to do the August 2020 forecast for Aquarius, and I'm going to read the tarot cards, and in the second half of the video, I'm going to talk about some of the planetary transits that are happening in the month of August for Aquarius. And you can watch this video if you have Aquarius sun, moon, or rising. If you don't know your sun, moon, or rising, contact me for a reading to get your birth chart done. Everyone should have their chart read by an astrologer at least once in life. And as we enter the month of August, Aquarius, we see the Chariot reverse. So this is halting, not moving forward, maybe literally canceling a trip or journey, or it could just be slowing down, holding back. And you are covered by the Nine of Swords reverse. So this looks like liberation and freedom, coming out of a situation perhaps where you felt your hands were tied or that you were feeling anxious about. And you are crossed by the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like in August you are making a decision and deciding whether to continue working on something that you've already invested time and energy and perhaps resources as well into, and already started to see the fruits of, or if you're going to go in this other direction and try something new. And the basis, the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So again, this is about things not moving forward right now, maybe halting. It can also indicate an unexpected twist of events around the 10th to 12th of the month. What's leaving is the Two of Rods. So this is a partnership. What could come into being? This is the Hierophant reverse. So this has to do with the breaking of a commitment. It could be a separation. It could be separating from an institution or organization. What will come into being? The Ten of Rods. So it looks like around the 16th to the 18th that you have a lot on your plate. You're really carrying a lot, making it hard to see the road ahead. Fears or insecurities. This has to do with clearing up communication in a situation involving more than two people. And that's on or before the 19th to 21st. Others see you as holding your own with a lot of different things coming your way, with a lot of different energetic dynamics around you. You are maintaining your footing and holding your own. So, you are brave and you are strong. And positive feelings. Okay, so this is a man. You have positive feelings. So for Aquarius men, you have positive feelings about withholding information. There's something you're not telling somebody and you feel good about that. For Aquarius women, there's a man around you and he may be argumentative, or you guys aren't seeing eye to eye on something. Perhaps he's holding back information. Perhaps he's being wishy-washy or indecisive, yet you have positive feelings about him. And then the outcome is the King of Pentacles reversed. And this is a man in a business situation. This man, he looks like he's out of alignment with business or finance some way. This can manifest in a number of ways. It can be a number of things, and he can represent a landlord, he can represent a boss, he can represent a husband, a boyfriend. There's so many different ways the King of Pentacles can come. For Aquarius men, he could represent an aspect of yourself and how you're dealing with money and finances at the end of the month. So court cards are people, usually. Sometimes they represent an archetype. But yes, so this man is man, money, business, finance, end of month, Aquarius. And that is the tarot portion of my reading. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the planets. I wanted to tell you that as we enter the month of August, Mars has just moved into the pre-shadow of its retrograde in Aries that will be taking place September through November of 2020, which is by far the hottest, most heated patch of the entire year in terms of Mars energy, which is stuff like fighting and conflicts and confrontations and things like that, war in some cases. And in our personal lives, it manifests in varying ways depending on our charts. For the Aquarius rising personality, it's likely to be in your house of communication. So at this time, it's really in a very healthy, in July, it was in a healthy Mars energy, which was really being, bold and courageous and having the courage of our convictions and blunt and saying what's on our mind and all of these really powerful Mars communication energetics. And so when the retrograde, now in August, will be in the pre-shadow of the retrograde. So while all of that really great boldness and courage and bravery is still there, we might start to see some of the shadow aspects of that pop up, which can be fighting or conflict or arguments or things like that. So also around this time, there is, I'm not going to go into that other aspect right now. So call me for a reading if you want all the details, Aquarius. But so August 3rd is the full moon of Aquarius. It's your sign, Aquarius, so this is your full moon, and this is going to be highlighting, the area of self for you, the area of identity, personality, self-expression, physical appearance, the body in some cases. So this is the most personal house of the zodiac, of the wheel, and so it's going to be highlighting some very personal issues for you. And that moon is going to reach a square with Uranus, so there could be surprises. You could be feeling rebellious. You could surprise yourself. Expect the unexpected. And what else? Heightened emotion. For Aquarius, that means heightened mental activity, and it's very conceptual, it's very humanitarian, very progressive full moon. So August 4th, Mercury is moving into Leo. So anything happening in Leo is always super impactful for Aquarius because Aquarius opposes Leo on the zodiac. It's fire and air. It's really stimulating energy. There's always a lot for Aquarius to learn. There's always an opposing energetic that is rich for creation and manifestation when things are going on in Leo for Aquarius. And so Mercury in Aquarius, Mercury in Leo will be there August 4th to August 21st. And for Aquarius, this is going to be in the house of marriage, in the house of partnership. And for those who aren't married, it can represent any one-on-one partnership. It can represent a business partnership. It can represent your partnership with your therapist. Any one-on-one intimate partnership is here, but usually marriage or your spouse. And so a lot of communication, a lot of dynamic communication in that area, around that area, about that area. Leo is bold. Leo is wants a lot of attention, needs to be heard, things like that. in that area. August 7th, Venus enters Cancer. And so Venus is also, this is the sign of relationships, and it represents the divine feminine within the relationship. So the woman or the woman identified person within the relationship is going to be feeling very nurturing, very motherly, making the home very cozy. It could be actually needing to, be physically taken care of by your partner, or to physically take care of your partner in some way. Like if they are sick or have an injury or something like that. And that is an aspect that's happening August 7th until September 6th. And it is also, there's a lot of emotion connected to the relationship energy, a lot of sensitivity, a lot of feelings. And August 11th, Vesta is moving into Leo. And so Vesta will be in Leo from August 11th until October 22nd, and it looks like Aquarius is going to be very devoted to their partnership at that time, very devoted to their relationship, very devoted to their marriage or committed partnership. And August 12th, Saturn is forming a quintile with Chiron, and that is going to be bringing together the 12th house of hidden karma with the 3rd house of communication. And so it looks like there's going to be some healing going on. I think that Aquarius is going to be connecting the dots between some maybe past life stuff, some maybe just, just deeply buried, stuff, and healing that, and through communication, through writing, through talking, it could be therapy, it could be within an actual institution or hospital, things like that. I don't know. That's a deep aspect there, and there's so many ways that it could go. So if you're interested in knowing more about it, contact me for a reading. And August 15th, Uranus is going retrograde in Taurus. And so Uranus retrograde can bring surprises. It can bring the unexpected. It can bring shakeups. And that is happening in the 4th house for Aquarius, which is the house of home. It can be the house of the mother. It can be the house of the ancestors, legacy, roots, real estate, land, wealth, any of those areas. And yeah, that's at 10 degrees Uranus and Taurus. So that is going to be, if you were at 10 degrees Aquarius, you're really probably going to feel that, but, all Aquarius is, depending on your level of sensitivity, it's, it's going to, especially around that time. But August 18th is the new moon in Leo, and this is the new moon. It's emerging in your 7th house of marriage and relationships and partnership. And so it's a great time. New moons are incredibly rich and fertile soil to plant the seeds of intention and what you want to manifest in that area. And so for Aquarius, it's that 7th house. Also, because it's in Leo, it represents those Leo themes. So it's bringing together 7th house and Leo themes for you. The Leo themes are children, play, fun, creativity, creative projects, and joy. It's a great time for all of us to be setting intentions on how we can bring more joy into our lives, how we can bring more joy into the world. And so that's a big theme, and it's a good time to play under that Leo new moon, have fun, Get creative with how to play and how to have fun, because that's also, the Leo new moon is very creative energy, and setting any intentions around any creative project that you want to manifest is brilliantly supported by the cosmic energies under this new moon of Leo. That's August 18th. I always do a new moon altar every month, and the Leo new moon is one of my favorite. August 19th, Mercury moves into Virgo. Mercury in Virgo, you're going to be organizing data, organizing information, organizing facts. This is about critical thinking. This is analytical thinking. It's going to really be in the 8th house for Aquarius. So the 8th house sometimes has to do with your spouse's money. It can also have to do with your partner's money if you're in a business partnership. Sometimes the 8th house has to do with issues like wills, inheritances, loans, debts, settlements, alimony, anything with other people's money. It can also be that you're organizing data, or analyzing or critiquing information, or having a lot of communication around any of the 8th house issues of sex, death, rebirth, regeneration, transformation, elimination, any of those kinds of 8th house issues. The taboo, the unseen, the occult, taboo topics, things like that. And August 22nd, the sun is moving into Virgo. And again, during Virgo season, which is August 22nd through September 23rd, it is going to be highlighting those issues for Aquarius. And again, those 8th house issues can range from anything to, your spouse's money and resources, your business partner's money and resources. It can be inheritances, wills, loans, debts, alimony, settlements. It can also be anything around the 8th house issues such as sex, death, rebirth, regeneration, transformation, elimination. So that is it for my forecast for Aquarius for August 2020. If you like this video, give me a like. If you didn't like it, please give me a thumbs down, but I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please hit the notification button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And please follow me on Instagram at astrology.tarot.Eliane Nicole. I post weekly updates and daily updates in the stories about what's going on with the planets and the stars and the cards. And it's a way to learn more about astrology and tarot and how it reflects your life, and it's a wonderful tool for self-awareness and self-discovery, and a great roadmap on the journey of life. And I love reading, so the way to get the most out of the cards and the planets and the stars is to do a one-on-one reading, and I'm reading over Zoom while we are quarantined, so I can read for people in any city, anywhere around the country or around the world. I look forward to reading for you soon. Have a wonderful August, Aquarius.